Intuitive viewers, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I just had to pop on real quick because I've got a couple of things I want to read on real quick that just like came on my radar for no reason whatsoever. I wanted to show you something that I got from Nancy Jean. It's new that she has, and I just want to show it to you. It comes in this cute little tube like this, like a little tube like that. It's so clever. Her stuff is so clever. It comes with stones, see, like that. It comes in a little pouch, and you have these little stones, and there's papers to tell you like what everything means, what, you know, how to read it and stuff. But then the little board that you use to kind of toss and stuff, it's on a little handkerchief. Isn't it the neatest thing? Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. She's got them now. I just love it. I think it's so smart and fun, and this stuff should be fun. You know, it should be you know, new and exciting, you know, so I just love it. So anyway, I just thought I would tell you those are available now with her. She's, you know, such a lovely woman, and she's always thinking, you know, ahead. I know she has a great team that works with her to think of these things for us so that we can have our own experiences and figure out our own stuff. And I really appreciate it. It's very in line with what I'm hoping to do with you guys as well, as to help you to kind of open up and tune into your own abilities. So with that said, and I also want to thank you guys. I got a lot of good suggestions for our donations, and so I'll be using some of those. So thank you, Georgia. I got all your suggestions, your emails. So thank you guys so much for sending me some suggestions. I really appreciate it. I will work it through. So I will definitely give to those things that you want to give to, because this is because of you that we can do this. I give the money, just so people know what I'm talking about. I give the money that I get from this channel to a charity. So you guys are part of that. You're it. So otherwise we can't do it. Okay, so I want to read on two people that came on my radar, which one of them, you know, Rudy Giuliani, you know, we hear about a lot, but I still don't ever like think about him. He's not one of those people that I'm intrigued by or anything like that. He's just kind of there. So when he comes on my radar, I always think, okay, there's something here. There's some reason why. And then the other one is Julian Assange, who never, ever comes on my radar. So I thought, I'm going to see what's going on with them. I'm going to shut this because I'm drying clothes. Okay, so, all right. So let me look at Rudy Giuliani, first of all. I just heard arrest. So he may be looking for an arrest soon, or, but let me keep going though. So I just heard arrest though. So I'm seeing the raid. So either they're going to go in again somewhere else and raid, or it feels like, because I see those guys going into you know how they went into his apartment? We have that footage. That's what I'm seeing. So it's weird because it feels split. So it feels kind of new and old. So I'm interpreting that as, and again, tell me if you guys get feelings as well when I talk about this stuff, because I'm just getting information that I'm interpreting it. So if you get a different interpretation or another way to interpret it, and you guys are always great to send me, but just put it in the comments and we'll discuss. Because, but I'm seeing that raid. And so I'm thinking it feels kind of new and old. When I feel it, it feels like new and old. So I'm feeling that maybe stuff they got there is they're coming across it now. It's being uncovered now. There's something that they've come across that they got during that raid. I feel like that's what's happening right now. There's something major they've just come across, or they've just realized. Is that right? Okay, so I think that's what it is. I'm not getting chills, but because I was waiting for chills, but I think that's kind of close to what's happening. Or is it a new raid? It doesn't feel like a new raid. It feels old and new, if that makes sense. It feels both. So, and then I heard arrest really clearly. So let me just ask the question, is he going to be arrested? I just heard it's coming. So I feel like the arrest is kind of imminent, but it's weird because I feel like if I tune into him, I feel like I'm frantically giving stuff up. So can he avoid being arrested? I don't think so. I don't think he can, or being indicted. I don't think so, but I feel like he's realizing the extent of the hurt he's going to have. I feel like he got some money from Trump. I don't feel like it's nearly enough, but I almost feel like it's like here's this little bit to show you that I might help you or something. There's something about, I feel like he got a little bit of money. There's a rift between them. And I know that it's been in the news, like that he's, wanting Trump to help him pay. And Trump's like, yeah, forget about it. I don't pay anybody. you can dream on about that. But I do feel like he got something. And it's to me, it feels like a hush payment. It more than like, I'm paying for all of your stuff. It's more like, here's a little bit, like because it feels like almost nothing. It feels like it's just a small. And I feel like it made him kind of realize I'm in deep, I need to do something. But I feel like he's just purging information right now. This is coming to a head. It feels just like, if I can, this is what I'm feeling. I feel like Rudy is purging information right now. I feel like they have come across new information that they're, from the stuff that they rated. I feel like they're coming across new stuff that they're putting, showing him they have, basically, we have this. So he's purging information, and he's also realizing the depth of his trouble, basically. That's what it feels like. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, now let me look at Julian Assange, which again, never comes across my radar at all. He did one time. That was right before he was arrested. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he came across I got, what was it? I got some weird visual. I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of weird visual. And I was like, oh, it's Julian Assange. And then he was arrested like literally like 2 days later. So that guy just doesn't, I don't know. Sometimes people just don't, even though people find them fascinating, you don't really find them fascinating. So I think that's kind of what it is. Anyway, okay, so Julian Assange. What is happening with Julian Assange? There's a deal being made. I'm hearing treason. He might be tried for treason. Yeah, there's a deal. There's a deal. And moving around, something about being moved. So maybe he's going to be moved. I don't even know where he is right now. I remember he was arrested, but I don't know where he is. But there's something about him being moved, because I feel him like he's here and then he's here. So there's something about him being moved. And I'm hearing words like traitor, treason, stuff like that. And there's threats. There's been threats. He's being threatened. This feels like it feels like Russia or somebody, like somebody's threatening him. Entertainment purposes only. I have no inside knowledge. I'm just saying what my crazy head is saying. It's crazy though. It's crazy. I feel like trying to sort it. It feels like a lot is happening with him right now. I feel like he's being threatened from here. I feel like he's being threatened by like Russia or Ukraine or whoever is over here, even like Turkey. There's something with Turkey. I feel like he's being threatened. I feel like he's being moved. I feel like they're deciding maybe on the charges for him, like if he's going to be tried for treason or tried for something like that. And I feel like there's bargaining going on. There's information being exchanged, being pulled out, being something about extradite. Anyway, okay, so that's what I'm getting on Julian Assange. I want to look at the Voting Rights Act actually real quick, because I felt like what Biden did yesterday was historically important and historically monumental in kind of facing up to. Remember we did, when I did the live, if you didn't see it, I did the live and somebody asked about the spiritual reason for the slave trade, that the from Africa, all of that's, the whole slave, a history and our history, and how it talked about in that reading that it was still like, it would still be haunting us. Basically, it's still happening today in different forms, and that it's still alive today, basically, and we need to face it, figure it out, come to terms with it, pay reparations, apologize, all of these things. Like, we need to do this. Otherwise, it will just have this through line to today, to, years from now. What he did was huge, I think, in that effort. It didn't end anything, but it was a giant step. It felt monumental. It felt like a big deal. And part of it is this white person gaslighting that goes on with the Black community, denying their experience, in the country, denying what they go through on a daily basis, denying the police do this or that to them. It's like this, and it was it was like finally saying, yeah, the sky's blue. You're right, the sky's blue. They've been saying this whole time, the sky's blue, and now the president of the United States says, yes, the sky's blue. It was just this, I don't know, there was something very cathartic about it. I thought it was very, very, it was smart historically, and to start this effort to come to terms with all of this hideous past of our country and this hideous stuff that's happening now. But it was also smart politically. I feel like it was the first kind of like, this has to do with all of this. And the voting rights, same thing. It's this, we're coming for you. We're going to do this. So I do feel like it was a big shot across the bow. I feel like he's letting us know we're going to fight for this, but not just letting people know that are on our side, but the other side too. You want to play this game? We're going to play this game. This is how we're going to do it. That it's almost like it's not, because it's not just about voting rights. It's a bigger thing. Disenfranchising people of color. So I am going to look at that real quick. They're going to get it done. I see people even crossing the aisle in the Senate, which seems impossible, right? But I feel like Mitt Romney, I feel like they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. It's weird though. I do feel like there's part of it in infrastructure. I've always felt like there's something about it that's in the infrastructure thing. So I almost feel like maybe they'll get part of it done and then the rest they'll put in the infrastructure, something like that. But it's there's a plan here. I'm telling you, there's a plan. It feels like they're talking about it. They have met about it. They're maneuvering things to roll it out. It almost feels like a PR campaign in a lot of ways. It feels like they're rolling it out. They're going to get it done. I feel like they're very Nancy Pelosi is coming up. Kamala Harris is coming up. A meeting, something about a meeting. A meeting. There are Republicans there. It's not like Mitch McConnell. It's not though. It's like Mitt Romney, a few of the other like kind of more moderate Republicans. Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema are coming up. So I feel like they're going to kind of have a kind of coalition that they're forming. But they're going to do this. They're going to, and remember too that, when we have things like this where it's preserving people's rights to vote, remember that our free will is a spiritual principle. So things that support that are always supported by spirit. They always are. So although spirit cannot interfere, they can bolster as far as supporting, helping. I think about all of the people that like stood in line to vote, and the fact that there weren't like tons and tons of coronavirus cases. I felt like people were, when they went out to vote, they were protected. Not saying that every single person, nobody got coronavirus, but I do feel like there was this extra like layer of support and protection for people that were just trying to exercise their free will. That is a spiritual principle. And when you mess with that, things don't go well. Things do not go well. And basically you can tell the difference when spirit is supporting something and when they pull their support away, or when they pull themselves away and just allow things to be. Stuff does not go well for people trying to do damage to people's the right to vote in the United States. That is a spiritually supported principle of our country. So they're going to have a hard time. They're going to have a really hard time. It feels like right now, it feels like, oh, they're winning. They're doing everything. No. They're flexing their muscles because they're sore losers and they're mad, and they have, issues with seeing the country change, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's so please don't lose faith. Please know that we're supported. Spirit knows what's happening. It's not like they have abandoned us and they're like, oh, you're on your own now. No, they're completely, to me, it feels like it's more of a coming forward. And I feel like there's a lot happening right now, a lot of talk, a lot of planning behind the scenes that we're not aware of. So it feels like, well, nothing's happening. They're not doing anything. They are. Okay. So I just want to I just want to let you know that. And I have to trust what I get, right? That's my job in this, is to trust it, to hand it over, to be the telephone, and to not think, well, how's this going to happen? How's it, just we'll all take a deep breath. I feel like the spirit is kind of like, it's okay. Things are happening. Things are moving behind the scenes. They know what's going on. The right people are on it. There are going to be people willing to help that are not on the Democratic side, that are on the Republican side. And they're going to frame this in a way that's like, if you are against this, you're against America. They're going to start that argument. That's what it feels like. You're against this, you're against democracy. You're against this, you're against America. And I think framed that way in certain parts of the country, it's going to work. So yeah, that's what's happening. So everybody, I will talk to you probably over the weekend, and everybody stay safe and have a good one. Have a nice week, and I will talk to you soon.